Lately, it seems like a bunch of crews in rollerblading are releasing crew videos. They're all battling against each other. In other words, Dave Payne's video groove legacy lives on. First up, we've got Tallboyz with Pantalones, or if you speak Spanish, Pantalones. Tallboyz have already graced us with full-length videos in the past. They had Better Than Never and Always Next Time, and this one has a strong theme of the items of clothing that you put on your buttocks. The video isn't divided up into sections like it was in the previous two videos. This one is divided up into montages based on the clothing that they're wearing. We've got workwear, sweats, shorts, athleisure, and jeans. I have no idea why I'm doing that in an American accent. It's an American crew. It made sense. I don't apologize. The video is a lot of fun, doesn't take itself too seriously, and you can tell that the guys are just having a great time. Dave Gunn's got some brilliant clips in there. I especially love this roof drop to Fishbrain. I also like this nice line that ended in a negative acid. And I swear to God, throughout this entire video, I was absolutely certain that Andrew Leverton was trying to give me a heart attack, because there were so many times where I just feared for his safety. Like this time. And this roof to roof transfer drop in that is probably one of the sketchiest ones I've seen in years. That could have went very, very wrong. Thankfully, it looked like he got away unscathed. But my favourite clip in the whole video was this bad boy. Followed by this cheeky little number by Dave Gunn. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put the link in the description below. Check it out. It's about 25 minutes long, I think, and it's just a really good laugh with a bunch of friends, and it's the kind of thing that makes you remember why you enjoy rollerblading so much. And the hyper-productive Japanese crew, Verse Club, are back again, and this time they're skating in an abandoned high school in Japan with permission. I don't know how you get permission for something like that. I don't know who you speak to. Hey, can we skate your abandoned school? I mean, I don't know who's letting you off with that with health and safety, but they got away with it, so fair play to them. I can imagine this project was a lot of fun to film, just being somewhere that you know you're not meant to be and just taking advantage of the kind of weird and unusual obstacles, and yeah, just having fun with your friends. Also, how satisfying does it look to do a gap off these stairs and then slide on that surface? I'd be doing that over and over again. Also, the execution of this spin and cess slide was on point, because he basically slid to a stop and looked like he could have just kept going if momentum played along. Also like this little grind to grind transfer by their female crew member. As always, Shintaro and the whole group came through strong. Really interesting concept, nice and unique. Love it. Verse Club are doing things properly. Sticking closer to home, in the UK, Darkplace have got a new video out, and Brad O'Donovan put in a shift in this video. He's basically got a section's worth of clips, and I absolutely loved this line that ended in a med spin. I was also a fan of this gap over the white barrier. And George Wilson proved that he doesn't just fly around parks at high speed launching massive airs. And that his bum can take some punishment. That sounded weird. I don't care.
I was. I've just turned it off.
Ruben Collins chucks himself off a roof. There's also footage from Rob Dalton, Matty Vela, and Tom Barrio comes through with this beautiful 450 wall ride. As always with Darkplace, loads of banter in there. Lads. Just generally a good time of them drinking, having a laugh, making fun of each other, and basically showcasing rollerblading for what it's meant to be, just fun with your friends. And rollerblading's favourite TV show, Jumbo, is back with a new episode full of banter, and in this one, Mick Casals is just randomly skating a tree. Then he levels up and drops a Micki on it, like it's just some kind of standard P-rail. It kind of reminds me of that episode of Life Plus where Kai and Carlson Anders Wee are just randomly skating trees in the woods. Remember Life Plus? That was amazing. But like all good things, it must come to an end. Bloody tree killer.
Oh my God! You broke it! Okay, let's get
Elsewhere in the episode, the guys are getting hooked up with free food. That's when you know you've hit the big time.
Good, thank you, my guy. I appreciate it.
I'll bring out some waters too.
You're so fucking cool, Lee.
So, damn, we just got free burgers because this dude saw us skating.
And last but not least, we travel to Germany where Zenk and the boys have a new crew video out called Fomo. I love this play part combo from Yo. And I've got no idea who this guy is, but this zero spin topsole was delicious. Yo also does some testing for his new upcoming wheel company that he's working on. It's not going good so far. But in more positive news, this alley-oop top acid was beautiful. I also absolutely loved this porn star to alley-oop top acid full cab out. Very nice switch up. I'm also pleased to report that Zenk's Elton John glasses did survive that smash at the start of the video because they make an appearance once again at the end. For you! I really enjoyed this video and I love the fact that Zenk's always getting his friends involved, but I would love to see another full section from him, another full street part, because as great as it is seeing him having fun with his friends and them all just kind of contributing and filming each other, I want to see a full realised part where he's just kicking ass and taking names. He's been riding Rosies for a while now, they're hooking him up with free skates, but it doesn't seem like anything's progressing, it doesn't seem like he's getting made official yet, and I feel like if he put out a full part and made like a really strong statement, it would kind of push them, kind of encourage them to go, alright, you know, let's make this guy legit. Moving on to products, we've got another white skate on the market, another white skate. FR released the white Anthony Potier, Seba released the white CJ Wellsmore, and USD are following suit with the white USD Aeon. It's a white skate. What more is there to really say about it? But it does come with a new buckle that was designed by Umberto de Tria. Umberto de Tria is the one that designed the whole Icon range, and this buckle, Ricardo Lino talked about it in a video a few months back. It was shown at Winter Clash, and it's designed to be like a little bit safer, a little bit more protected, and a little bit less likely to break.
If the handle gets heated, the internal protection will stop the movement of the handle.
It works as a stopper, right?
Yeah.
So you can see that it's extremely low. Looking from the bottom, you don't see it.
So yeah, check it out, report back, let me know what you find, because I break buckles left, right and center. You may notice that the buckles are not the original buckles, and that is because I managed to completely destroy the other ones. I did a 270 back farve on a ledge. I could feel the skate pop open, and as I fell off, I hit off the edge and this happened. I completely mangled the buckle. And here's something I never thought I'd be saying in 2023. Scott Crawford is getting a pro frame. I love Scott Crawford. He was unbelievable on both street and vert, and he's been around since the 90s. In fact, he was even there to witness the invention of the Royale, which Brooke Howard-Smith claims he did it, but Scott Crawford claims it was invented in Australia before. Who do we believe? I don't know. but Scott Crawford's still killing it. He was in a recent video with Chris Haffey at a mega ramp. He also had a section out not too long ago filmed by Dom West, and it's really cool to see that he's getting a product. How amazing would it have been if you were able to get his Cosmo Pro wheel in it? That would have been pretty wild. But yeah, it was a surprise move, but I support it. I'm there for it. Give the guys flowers. You know, he's still going. He's got to be in his mid to late 40s now, and he's definitely better than me on any form of transition that exists. In more 50/50 news, Jon Fromm's dropped a promo for his Balance Pro frame. Jon Fromm has got to be one of the hardest working pros in blading. I feel like 2 months can't go past without us seeing a new section from him, a bunch of new footage on social media. He is just everywhere. He's always at events. He's traveling across the world, just putting in a shift. Jon Fromm, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you don't get injured more regularly, and nothing but respect. In more surprise signature product news, Dustin Werbeski has a new pro skate out, and it's an off-road skate. Let that sink in. A pro off-road skate. That's got to be the first of all time, surely. No? You'll probably remember Dustin Werbeski from the Powerhouse days, where him and Richie Eisler had the Powerhouse in Barcelona. Richie did all the videos, Dustin did all the photos, and Dustin was just absolutely killing it on skates the entire time there. He ended up going pro for Shadow. He had a pro skate from Shadow, which was the first aggressive pro skate that had a big wheel setup on it. And I just feel like he kind of came to that conclusion a few years too early, because now if they released that, people would eat that right up. Imagine they released that during the pandemic. Dustin Werbeski was heavily involved in the kind of mushroom blading movement, just doing interesting tricks, being like a little bit more creative and not just doing the standard grind or switch up or gap. He was always just looking for new ways to manipulate obstacles and terrain, and it's really cool that he's getting a new product. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked, because he's kind of been in the background of the rollerblading community for quite a while. And since he's no longer sponsored by Shadow and he was taken off the Undercover Pro team, we haven't heard that much from him. Although, in a weird way, it kind of makes sense, because he had a viral video where he was skating off-road SUV skates in, I think it was in Vancouver, and it racked up like 877,000 views. Although that was like almost a decade ago. I think it was like 7 years ago. So it's kind of crazy that the SUV skate is coming out now. The design and the colorway for the skate is a little bit crazy, a little bit out there, but if you've ever spoke to or met Dustin Werbeski, he's a little bit crazy, he's a little bit out there in the nicest possible way. So it does make sense, yeah. And the promo's already out. You can see him skating this really rugged, unfriendly terrain that most rollerbladers wouldn't even consider. It's the kind of thing you'd expect to see mountain bikers riding. And he's just doing like cess slide stops and stuff on the ground on SUV wheels, because he's Dustin Werbeski and he can pretty much do whatever he wants on skates.
In the mirror, and then you realize that there's an action of your consequence, measuring the outcome of your motive, matching confidence and promises.
And unless you've been living under a rock recently, you will know that the New York Times featured aggressive rollerblading in its print publication. This is the second time that the NY Times has featured rollerblading in it. It featured recreational skating last year, and this year it's got aggro in it. So it's official, we're saved. Before you know it, all your favourite pros will be driving around in sports cars, living in mansions, dating supermodels. Not really. But once again, it is some good promo for them skates, Jon Julio and Blading Cup. Them skates have been in GQ, Vogue, now NY Times. Like, I feel like, is there a publication they have not been in? As far as marketing goes, Jon Julio is absolutely murdering it at the moment. Speaking of Jon Julio, he's also now started life as a male model. He features in a new campaign for Mitchell & Ness alongside his two sons promoting their sportswear. And I'm beginning to wonder, is there anything that Jon Julio cannot do? The answer is act. Jon Julio cannot act to save his life.
Damn, I wish I had them.
Well, that's it for the news. Let me know in the comments what your favourite story was. Just want to give a giant shout out to my Patreon supporters. They're listed on the screen now. You can join the Patreon for as little as £3 a month, and I would really appreciate your support. Speak to you guys soon.